So before we take a look at the Big Berkey, let me give you a little bit of background. Many of you know Kristen and I bought a house last year, and that house came with a private well. When we moved in, there was no filtration, there was no softener, so of course one of the things we did was get our water tested. Now, although the quality of the water is really good, there is high amounts of iron and high amounts of arsenic, way above what's acceptable in your typical city drinking water. So the first thing we did was install a new softener with a iron pre-filter, so that's going to take a lot of the iron out of the water that was damaging the appliances. We had to replace our hot water heater, and also you could see those iron stains on your toilets and your sinks. So we got rid of most of the iron that way. We went with a quality water softener to soften down that water and make it even better quality than it was before. So we still had the problem of arsenic. Now there's several ways you can deal with arsenic. One would be to install a reverse osmosis system. Those are generally either whole house, which are really expensive. We couldn't afford that. Or you could place the unit under the sink, for example, and have the little tap coming out of the sink, or you could install it to the ice and water maker on your refrigerator. Those two options were fairly expensive as well, and we really didn't want to go that route until I stumbled upon the Big Berkey. We also looked at systems from Culligan and Pure, and of course we've used those Brita pitchers, but none of those are going to filter out the arsenic, and honestly none of those taste noticeably different than tap water. And yes, if you drink a lot of water, there is a difference in taste between distilled, between spring water, between filtered water that you would generally buy at the store. And that's what we were doing. We were buying a lot of bottled water at the store. Now, high levels of arsenic aren't really going to harm you if you're bathing in it or showering in it, but you wouldn't want to cook with it. And of course, we have 2 newborn babies now, and we definitely don't want them drinking that water. So we took a look at the Berkey system. It's a portable system. They make it in several different sizes. And not only does it come with the standard purification elements that are going to make your water taste amazing and take out a lot of those contaminants, but you can also get a fluoride and arsenic filter. So that's what we went with. We were able to almost completely rid our water of the arsenic. Now keep in mind, even city water has a small amount. It just has to be under a legal limit for the city to provide that water. So the Big Berkey system comes in several different sizes. You can get from 1.5 all the way up to 6 gallon. I have a 2 1/4 gallon. That's good enough for 1 to 4 people with everyday use. Now we fill this generally about every other day. You get 3.5 gallons per hour, and on the bigger models you can get up to 7 gallons per hour depending on the number of filters that you have in there. Now this system came with the 2 black Berkey purification elements, and then we added to that the 2 PF2 fluoride arsenic elements. Now the arsenic elements hang down in the lower section where you install the black elements in the top section. Now you do want to have it up on a stand because obviously the spout is towards the lower portion of the system. So they do make stands. We just have it setting on a little ledge above our sink, so that works great for us whether we're filling up the coffee pot or we're filling up pots to boil water. Each one of the black Berkey elements will provide 3,000 gallons of water, so since we have 2 in our system, that'll provide about 6,000 gallons. Now the Big Berkey system as we have it will run about $250. Of course, we added on the fluoride and arsenic elements, so that jumps it up to about $290, but you consider the cost of a reverse osmosis system that's permanent, that's mounted in one location. Again, we were either going to mount it under our sink and have to have a separate tap up next to our sink, or we were going to mount it in the basement and then run the water line through the refrigerator. Both things we didn't want to do since that was just more of a permanent situation. Even if we move, we can take our Berkey with us. So a great option to have not only in a home, but definitely to have in an apartment as well if you want to make sure that you're drinking that high quality water. So overall, we're really happy with our Berkey system. The water tastes great, it works great, it looks great, and although this particular system won't fit under our particular countertops, again, you can find a spot for it, whether you set it on a separate stand or you just find a spot like we did and just place it on the ledge above our sink. In addition to several different sizes of the stainless models, they also make plastic models that would be for outdoor use. You can check all of those things out on their website. I'm gonna put a link below. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you leave me a comment below, and please share this video to your friends and family on your social media. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more high quality reviews on the Living Survival channel, please click that red subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified of new videos.